Jonesy and Amanda.
Jam Nation.
Well, it's a precarious time to be travelling to the US. Some people are saying don't go, others are saying it's fine. To clear things up, we thought we'd chat to Dr. Lee Morgenbesser. He's a political professor who says it's time to rethink our travel plans, so much so he's cancelled his own business trip to the States. Lee, hello.
Good morning. How are you?
Very well. I mean, we're hearing some scary stories about tourists being put into holding cells overnight, being told to take burner phones and wipe your social media history. What have you heard?
I've heard very similar things. Unfortunately, it's all part of the Trump administration's so-called enhanced vetting procedures, which empower customs and border agents to, ask more difficult questions of travellers and gives them greater powers to detain people at the border as well.
But burner phones, that's pretty extreme.
Yeah, burner phones, burner laptops I've also heard of. It's also a very expensive option for travellers.
And this is to get rid of what? Your social media history in case you're a person of, what? What are they going to look for?
Yeah, it's exactly that. They're going to look for criticism of the Trump administration or its policies on social media. So they will ask for you to enter your, passcode or your Face ID, and then they will scroll through your different social media platforms to check.
But if you deleted all those hashtags and stuff, wouldn't that raise more questions?
It would raise more questions. It does depend on whether you're sort of traveling for work or related reasons or for tourism. So it does come down to unfortunately down to the color of your skin and things like that. Right. So it's a bit random and unpredictable.
What's Lee, if you don't mind me asking, what color is your skin?
It's very much white. So
okay, so you'd be all right then.
I would be all right on that basis alone, but probably not on what I've said about the Trump administration.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Because when people our age used to travel, you could travel the whole world without having an itinerary, without having booked a hotel, without having any of those details. But I'm hearing of people being detained because there's 3 days at the end of their trip that aren't accounted for.
Yeah, absolutely. So one of the big reasons they're being detained is not only the visa paperwork, so you may have like an error there, but also the answers that they're providing at the border are not, accepted by the customs and border officials. And that's simply because people want to have some flexibility in their travel plans, and that's not being accepted.
Yeah.
I remember go to North Korea.
As a kid going to America, though, my dad used to say, particularly to me, okay, no smarty pants comments, nothing about guns or anything like that. So America has always been fraught when you go over there. But I was reading about someone, you've got to have your ETSA, the little electronic transfer, whatever that thing is. You have that, but sometimes that's not enough. You've got to have an itinerary printed. You've got to have what you're doing. Yeah. And particularly if you're going over there for work, like Lee might be, or a travel person, you've got to make sure that everything's tickety-boo, as they say, and you can't lie to them. If you start trying to be paranoid and lie, then you're going to end up in some sort of holding cell, or even worse, just getting sent home.
Or even worse than a holding cell, heading home.
You're on the holiday. Imagine that you get turned around. That would be dreadful.
Yeah, I mean, there's been plenty of cases recently, German tourists, French scientists. There was a case of a Canadian trying to leave America and got detained for bad paperwork.
Right. Okay.
Trying to leave America?
Yes.
Because that's another thing I heard is that you should have at the tip of your tongue where you're staying, what the details are, how long you're going to be here. When you get off a long-haul flight, that's the last thing that's on your mind, and you're trying to figure out what you're going to be doing. What advice would you give to people who are travelling to the States?
I think there's 4 things they sort of need to do. One is just make sure all that visa paperwork is absolutely 100% foolproof. The other one is what you've said is sort of rehearsed answers in some sense, so make sure you know the answers to the questions they're going to ask beforehand. A burner phone is, I think, a really good option, but somewhat expensive. And then, an absolutely worst case scenario is a fail-safe email that automatically sends should you fail to cancel it. So alerting people to the fact that you may have been detained. Because if they take your phone, how are you going to contact people?
That's a good point.
And the Australian government can't guarantee consular support. So.
Oh, okay.
Wow. And this is travelling to the United States. So much has changed in the last 100 days, hasn't it?
Just buy yourself a marga cap, you'll be okay. We'll get straight
wow.
no questions
It's
asked.
chilling, isn't it?
Lee, thank you for joining us.
Not a problem. You have a great morning.
Thank you.
Lee Morgenbesser there.